The thing about this that's interesting, it's very, very interesting, is this is one of those places where brings up the entire topic of our conversation today. And that topic is really simple. Hashtag, no hashtag. Because what you have to understand and where it concerns me or brings just a bunch of pondering in my brain, right? It's like this, right? We have hashtags when it is state involved. So not bashing the Black Lives Movement whatsoever, but their focus is state involved, vigilantes, those type of things, right? Hashtag, right? So you think Ahmaud Arbery, hashtag, right? Well, that was I would say some vigilantes, right? I definitely would say some vigilantes, right? So they get a hashtag, right? Yeah. You start thinking to yourself like, okay, Daniel Prue, we just talked about him. He has a hashtag, right? Definitely has a hashtag, okay? You think to yourself, other folks, right? Breonna Taylor, police, right? Investigators, whatever it is, SWAT, I don't know. Hashtag, right? George Floyd, hashtag, right? Dominique Clayton, was he a vigilante? He was at least an ex-cop, right? So, hashtag, right? So we get a lot of situations where there's a lot of hashtags, lots of hashtags. Hashtag for almost everything, right? Hashtag for almost everything whatsoever, right? But then you have an interesting situation that occurs here, right? We get these hashtags and then what? We get no hashtag for an 8-year-old girl. No hashtag whatsoever is what we're going to get, right? None. And why are we going to get none? Don't know. Because for every state involved killing, for every vigilante that goes out and does something that they probably shouldn't do, it's a hashtag that gets involved with it. Okay? And I really do support Black Lives Matter and everything that Black Lives Matter does. So don't take this as me being against Black Lives Matter, because I'm totally for Black Lives Matter. And hell, I'm black, right? And I believe my life should matter. Well, I'm taking back the should, right? My life absolutely matters, right? And everybody around me, their lives matter. Even if you're not black, your life matters to me, right? But again, as I said to you before, if somebody in my house is in danger, I'm more concerned about that person, right, than thinking about all of us, right? So it's just a different state of affairs, okay? But then, what about the ones that don't have a vigilante? What about those ones, right? The ones that don't have a vigilante involved whatsoever. What do you do in that situation? Wow, right? Well, what happens if the state's not involved? If it's not a state trooper or it's not a state city police, right? An ex-cop, right? Somebody that had some involvement with the police at some point, right? Where you can sue folks, right? Because in these situations, you can sue them, right? So when you think about every single one of those situations, you have, not every one of them, I won't say every one of them, because with the vigilantes, it's probably not the case. But with the state ones, you have a situation where there's somebody you can sue. There's somebody who you can hold accountable. There's somebody you can go to court about, right? And battle in many other ways. And it becomes epic. It becomes epic, right? I was watching on live, I think it was on Facebook, people in Chicago got together, not people in Chicago, the police and, some local activists in terms of the community. They were talking about the killing of the 8-year-old girl. And man, reward, pastors involved. Always pastors get involved, right? Trying to get people in the community to come out and say something, right? But we know we have a no snitch culture. But does the no snitch culture really apply to civilians? For all the gangsters that I know, they would say no. They would say no. A civilian didn't sign up for that life, okay? And as a civilian, if I did not sign up for that life, do I have to live by the code of that particular life, right? And the answer to that is no. I mean, most people would actually say that. Maybe some people won't, but most people that I know of would actually agree with that 10,000%. So then, wow, right? But are they going to get someone that comes forward about this? Have the other 4 that were below 10 or below, did they get people that came forward? I believe all of them don't have anybody that has been apprehended. And I'm not talking about convicted or anything like that, because again, convictions take some period of time, right? So what do we do? Are they going to get someone? My answer is likely a no. I mean, it's visible. I'm going to assume that every single one of them have been visible as well. This one was more visible to me because I just actually saw it live, right? I remember hearing about it, and it kind of just struck a chord to me when you say 47th, in Union. It struck a chord to me when you say sitting in a car with adults, right? I don't know how you can be safer driving down the street and you get hit by a stray bullet. Everybody, I mean, I can only imagine everybody in that car would want to get hit. But I mean, when you're in a car, you're a sitting duck, man. It's like, what are you duck in the car? So it's just, it is really, really sad. It's really, really sad. Because this is a hashtag, no hashtag situation. It's a hashtag, no hashtag situation. And what do you do about that? What do you do about that? Especially when the community's not stepping up. And here's the interesting thing, right? Somebody in the community knows. So when we have this hashtag, no hashtag situation, and really what I'm really saying to you is the hashtag, no hashtag situation is the multitude of violence that happens that is not state involved, that is not vigilante involved. It is a high percentage of that community against itself. So black on black, white on white, brown on brown. That's when there's no real action taken. I was talking to someone who just had an exchange with someone that was going to protest one of these state-involved situations. And was telling them, hey, how about we go and protest this other situation that's happened? It's been black on black crime. We need to deal with that too. And they said, well, that's not our interest. And I understand that. And I agree with you focusing on what you need to focus on. But understand something, right? 53 shot in a weekend, man. There's not a single hashtag for any of those.